Welcome back to part 3 of our conversation with U.S. Representative Joe Donnelly. Congressman, what do you see on the horizon for farm subsidies?
Well, I see a continuation of the program from the past few years. We just passed the Farm Bill, and so I think it will be, there were significant reductions in farm subsidies in the last bill. I think you'll see that continue. We have an obligation to have balanced budgets in this country. We want to try to make sure that the farmers can, on their own, have a free market system, but there's still some subsidies in place. We want to work, everything we've done, we've worked in coordination with our ag community, our farm community, and so we'll continue to do that.
Have you read The Omnivore's Dilemma?
I have not.
The Obama administration has opposed closing Chicago's sanitary ship canal to prevent the spread of Asian carp. Good idea?
I actually was a supporter of the lawsuit that was taken to the Supreme Court by Michigan to close the ship canal. I support the closing of the ship canal, and I have come out publicly in favor of that because what that will do is prevent the Asian carp from coming into Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan is number one, or not number one, but of a number of things. Has our Great Lakes have over $7 billion fisheries and tourist trade. Number two, we are responsible for the safety, the cleanliness, and we are the stewards of the Great Lakes. This is not something that we can fool around with. This is a heritage we pass on to our children. And we have an obligation to make sure that we turn it over in even better shape than we got it. The Asian carp is a direct threat to the Great Lakes, to the economic impact of the Great Lakes, and to the quality of the Great Lakes. And that's why I supported closing the ship canal.
So what's our move now? What can we do now?
We just about a week and a half ago, the President put forward a $2.2 billion Great Lakes cleanup program and restoration program. We are increasing the electronic barriers around where the locks are to prevent the Asian carp from coming through. We have additional programs as well, and we're going to continue to try to get the locks closed. I mean, my job, my goal is to protect the Great Lakes. And we shouldn't be put in danger in the lakes because of something Chicago is doing.
A couple more environmental questions. Environmentalists are quite critical of the prospect of drilling for oil in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska. You are not.
I am not.
Tell us why.
I am not because, number one, I think it can be done in a responsible, effective way. There's been no indication that we shouldn't be able to do it in a responsible, effective way. Number two is it's American energy. This, one of the situations we face every day is we send over $500 billion a year to foreign countries for energy supplies, while we have our own energy supplies here that we can utilize for our country, strengthen our economy, create more jobs, and make the whole nation more successful. So I think we can do it cleanly. I think we can do it in a way that creates jobs and also increases our national security. In Afghanistan, the two most prominent sources of payments to the Taliban are opium and money from the Gulf states. And the money from the Gulf states comes from the oil that we purchase. And so I'd rather be putting the money in the pockets of Americans who are drilling in a clean and effective way than putting money in the pockets of Gulf states that are then turning around and giving it to the Taliban.
In Fulton County, a significant amount of groundwater pollution has been associated with the 4-county landfill near DeLong, and more recently with the former Textron plant north of Rochester. In both cases, toxins are moving toward the Tippecanoe River. Is this a federal concern, and if so, are you satisfied with the federal response?
It is a concern of mine, and I will do everything I can as congressman to clean this situation up. As you know, for a number of years now, I have pushed for local control of what is allowed to be brought into 4-county landfill. I tried to get the federal laws changed to make out-of-state waste that we could be able to prevent it from coming in right here on a county level. And so on the federal level, I will do everything possible to work with the people of Fulton County, the government of Fulton County, and the state of Indiana to protect our groundwater.
Do you believe that the Tippecanoe is at risk?
I will look to see if it's at risk. I can't tell you today whether it is or not, but I will certainly get back to you on that. And our goal is to make sure that the Tippecanoe will not be at risk.
Where are we on funding the Mount Zion Bridge in Fulton County?
We have received funds each year for a number of years. It will be part of our appropriation requests again this year. The Army Corps of Engineers is moving ahead on the plans and being in a position to go with this. So we've been accumulating funds each year. The amount of funds we have increases. We had the meeting at the high school detailing almost line by line where all the funds are. We expect to get more funds this year and get this thing done.
How much will it cost you to run a campaign this time around?
Unfortunately, too much, and I don't say that jokingly. It shouldn't be that way in the United States. We should be in a place where, you know, I have always said that I thought public financing of campaigns made more sense, because then you wouldn't have political action committees and others involved. But it will likely cost over $1 million.
Wow. And so that's a big part of your day, many days, is finding that kind of money, I suppose.
Primarily weekends and evenings.
Do you expect the National Rifle Association to endorse you again?
I do.
Do you have a handgun?
I
Or
do
do you
not.
own a gun?
I do not.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with our gentle readers?
Just that it's been a great privilege to represent Fulton County and our entire area here. We're also hopeful that approximately the second half of May we'll be opening the Veterans Health Center in Peru, in Miami County. And that will make it extraordinarily convenient for our veterans of Fulton County and the region here to be able to receive medical care. And I am extraordinarily excited about seeing that happen.
Well, we're excited about the debate this fall. Is that still on tap, Congressman?
It's good with me.
All right. Thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you.
Okay.